I'm taking a break from my art journal and I want to do something else. It started with me thinking what else I can do with all the game cards I have from some game that can't be used anymore, and I've already done so many things with them, like ATCs, and I've made them into postal stamps and magnets and all kinds of things, and that's it. I want to do something else, so I've started thinking what else can I do with them, and then I thought maybe using them start to attach them together to do something else. So it started with that, and I couldn't finish with it, so I had time to think about it, and I came up with another idea. So first of all, it would be several things put together. I'm always working on several things. It will probably take me more than one video, so please be patient with me. And as I said, I've started working with these cards. First of all, you should know that with this kind of cards, or any kind of paper that has some glossy accent, you need to sand it with sandpaper. And I've got a really nice tip for you about sandpaper. If you don't want to ruin your nails and your hands, either put a plastic card like so, and then go over whatever you want to sand. A better option is if you have some wooden block, and I don't have it right now, but just so you will see what I'm talking about. If this was a wooden block, the best thing to do is warp it around it and then work, so you don't ruin your hands and nails. It's also the same thing if you are working with sandpaper on wood or on drywall. So that's my tip in that. So I already got here these cards that I've sanded, and I wanted to bring them together. So basically what I want to do is them to be like this. This is the next stage. So I took masking tape and my trusty silicone glue, and this is a local brand. If you want silicone glue, this is it, Yoo-hoo glue. You can find it anywhere, and I'm talking about the ones that comes in tubes, not a Yoo-hoo glue that is in a stick, in something like that. This is different from this. This is silicone glue, and it looks inside the same as this. It's clear. So this is about the silicone glue. And why silicone glue? Because the masking tape won't be, the adhesive is not strong enough if I want to make it into the hinge that will connect two cards. So what I've done is just put silicone here and here, and you need to have at least 1 millimeter between, because this is going to be the hinge and you want it to be able to fold. So I'm just putting now, here we go. You can do as many as you like, and after everything is dry you can trim it. You don't have to, and you can also do it longer and then just fold it on the back and also put here. And you need to put here another piece of of the masking tape, because otherwise this is sticky, and it just reinforce it will reinforce it, and it will be easier to work with later. So now we've got a hinge. So basically you can just put as many as you like. Then I've gessoed it, so I will have a nice base to whatever I want to do after it. Now you can decorate it however you want. Here I've put, as always, you know how I like my text pages from books, and in the background this is just the beginning, and this is just bits and pieces from a page of a book, and I'm not trying anything ever, so it went here. Here is the back with the gesso, you can see. So my original idea was to put it inside a box and attach the bottom to the bottom and attach to the lid, and then when you open the lid it will open as well. If this is the box, it was supposed to be glued here and open with the lid. The problem was I couldn't find a box that will fit this gaming cards. So that's what led me to do something else, and it's taking this box and deciding that I want to do something like the original idea, but that will fit to this box, and it's going to be a gift to my hubby for his birthday. And I'm going to do something like that, only that will fit to size, that can be attached like so, and on each card or page or whatever you want to call it, there will be something from me and my kids for him for his birthday. So I'm putting this aside, and also this. So I figured I need to measure, and I don't like to measure, but what the heck. So I took a page from an old dictionary, another one of my funds that cost £1 when I was in London. I think I'm the only crazy person that goes on vacation and gets back home with old books in her suitcase. So I've taken a pencil. Where is the pencil? Whatever, a pen. And I've marked like so, and I know that I will have to cut it a little bit inside, like a millimeter less than the frame, so I won't have a problem with whatever I'm making, that it will not lift up and get stuck in the box. And I also marked the length and the height, whatever. I think you understand what I'm... So, and then I cut it. So this is my pages from the dictionary that are going to go here. Now, pages from a dictionary are great for a background. That's what I like to work on, but it's not something that will hold. So and I still need a base for it, and I need hinges. So I had to think how I'm going to make it. And I took, before I forget, this one, I'm still going to work on it, and I'll show you how I'm going to do something out of it. I'm not giving up on this, and I wanted to tell you that whatever you do with this or this, you can decide if you want it, that each piece will be horizontal or vertical. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. And if you don't like, I don't have a box that will fit it, it's either making a box or doing some kind of cover to work this up. and close it. So we'll work on it also. We'll see how everything continues. So I took some I have paper, this black paper, and it's more substantial than this, and I just cut it to size like so, and I just continued cutting and made myself this strip because it's an A4, so I had to cut it. I will show you. Here is the A4, and I just measured and cut it so I will have a nice long strip. I have 4 pieces here that I've just glued with my silicone glue. And now what I'm going to do is gluing my pages like so, leaving like 1 millimeter so I can fold it and make this kind of concertina, accordion, whatever. So that's what I'm doing. And again, like with this, you can attach as many as you want. It doesn't have to be 4 or 6, how many you wish to put, and of course as many as you want. You will need a longer piece of cardstock for that matter. I don't know how to call this kind of paper. Here there is just a generic name for it. It's Bristol, and it's used on so many kinds of paper. So as I said, generic. We don't have a really special name for it. It's about 120 grams, so it's good enough to make the base for what I'm attempting to do. I'm using the silicone glue because it's stronger than white glue. It dries faster, and it's not really wet material. It won't make my paper warp. I want to keep this less. I don't want it wet, and I'm also planning on decorating it with things that won't be wet. I don't want any warping of paper, and it would be more like scrapbooking than any other stuff that I make. So here it is. I'm thinking I want at least 5. Yeah. I'm talking so much. I'm not used to talking so much. I'm not a talkative person. These videos are really not my thing. It's just because I want to share what I'm doing. It's not because I'm that talkative. So here's the 5th. Five or 6. How many I've put here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's go for 6. And if I don't want the 6th, then I'll just trim it. This project, I more want to show you the technique of building what I had an idea, and less about the decorating, because the decorating should be whatever you want. If you want to paint, paint. If you want to do collages, do collages. What do you want? Stickers? You can put stickers. As I said, this is just do whatever you want with it. So I'm thinking, do I need to fold it already or work on it like this? Let's see. Let's start with working as is, and as I said, I haven't done it before, so it's just guessing and doing whatever as it comes along. So I've printed this, and yes, I've heard your suggestion about the printer, and I'm going to spray a fixative on top of it so it won't get smeared. So, and what I've printed is just some, how do you call it, inner joke in the family, and so it doesn't really matter with what I'm decorating my pages. So I'm going to spray this with fixative. I'm gonna fussy cut most of these images, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and I've fussy cut several of the images that I want to decorate my pages, and I just went and painted the inside of my box with the gold acrylic paint. This is just a base coat, nothing much. I already know that I want to decorate my box with gold, green and red, and at least that's what I'm thinking now. As you know, it can change as I go along. It's still wet. I'm going to put it aside. Haven't done anything else to the box, and I've learned through time that if I'm not painting the inside first, then when I get to it, if it's the last thing I'm doing, then everything just gets messy. If I'm forgetting to do the inside, the outside gets messed, and so I've learned to do the inside first. I'm moving it aside, and I'm going to start by gluing my images here with a glue stick. Moving it a little bit. As I said, I'm going to work on it with the, I'm going to start from the top. Wait, I'm thinking I need to decide before I'm starting gluing how it will attach. If this is the first one, it seems that I do need to figure out how I'm attaching and how I'm folding, so I won't make a mistake. So if this is going here, so this is folding like this. Okay. It doesn't want to fold in the right place, so I'm going to help it. Where do I have? Never mind, I'll take a pen, it does the same thing. That's what you do when you don't have a scoreboard. You take a pen or a stylus and you press it down, and it helps you fold where you want. And if it's a thick paper, you just do it on the other side also, and then you have a nice fold, which I don't have yet. Never mind, it will be okay. Here we go. a little bit of pressure and everything will be okay. Alright. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna trim this. So this is going to go here, be attached here. So basically this is my first page. So here I'm starting. Here is the cake that I wanted to glue. Here we go. And the bear. And one black cat. One koala bear. So, and whatever this is, buffalo something, I think. Here we go. More glue. Okay. So, in terms of decorating, I want, as I said, to work dry here. So I've got me eyeliners and lipsticks, and if the colors that are not usual, I buy them once a year. We have a holiday named Purim. Purim is like your Halloween, only without all the scary stuff. You can go scary, but that's not the main reason of the holiday. So at Purim I can find all this crazy makeup, and I especially go to the stores to look for it. Okay, I need sharpener. And first of all, and here we go. Always the problem with eyeliners. Funny thing is, I never use makeup. Not for me. Only in my craft. So that's how I'm making my edges darker with a brown pencil eyeliner. You can also use eyeshadows. Just remember that after you finish with all the cosmetics, to put a fixative or a hairspray, so it will stay in place and won't continue smearing whenever you touch it. Here we go. I like to round my edges when I'm doing things like that. And now some stamps. I'm only doing this. I will continue later to decorate the other stuff and to write all the greetings for the birthday in Hebrew, so it won't matter to you what I'm writing. I have some stamps for a birthday, so let's see, where is my block? Here it is. Okay. Rangers archival ink. And what do I want more here? Let's see. Oh, of course, some hearts would be nice. And now I'm going in and adding color to the background. Just so there will be more interest to the background. Like so. Next, let's try this green. Ooh, I like it. And now I want red. If you don't want to use your fingers, you can take a makeup brush and do the same thing, like so. Yeah, so that's what I was planning, and now the final stage for what I was planning, and I hope it will work. Fingers crossed. What I want to do is spray it with fixative, let it dry, and then I'm going on top of everything with gold paint, but it's going to be almost transparent. Let's see. I hate the smell of it, but what can you do? Fixative done, and gold. Here is the gold acrylic paint, yellow gold, deco art. Let's hope for the best. I'll give it a little blast from my heat tool just to be sure. Okay, let's see, what about the time on my camera? I can't see it right now. I have about a minute. Let's try do it quick. And here it is, sponge. Well, it seems like because of the fixative it doesn't take more transparent than I wanted it to be. So I'm going to try another kind of paint. It will be in the next video. I'll be back.